What is going on, Blaze? And code. That might have been too loud. All right, there we are. I need to make the font for the chat bigger. Let me see here. How's everyone's week going so far? Fantastic, I hope. Looks like you just took number one with that comment. Let's see if this makes it any better. Made the names bigger. Just been grinding Rust and working on your Rage game. Grinding Rust kind of goes together, doesn't it? No, I just bought a bench grinder, you know, with the spinning stones. Bought one of those to sharpen the blades on my lawnmower. It's just one of those things that I grew up having a bench grinder to sharpen knives and stuff. I have been meaning to buy one, and I finally just did. So it's pretty fun. Blaze has been doing Roblox for 122 minutes straight. Blaze, what are you doing? And that is the question. Family's doing pretty well. Yeah. I've got my coffee here. It's been a busy week, but it's been a good week. Glad to be back on stream for the second time. But I got something sticky, probably dried coffee or something. Yep. In the game, you're in the game. The bus going through the desert for like an hour, someone took your spot. Someone took your spot? Like driving the bus? You gotta be the bus driver, man. And yeah, 2 streams in 1 week for Corey. That's it's working too hard there. It's like 15 minutes of solid work. I'm gonna need a couple days off now to recover. Okay, so channel names are 32. Maybe that's a little big. One sec. So, of course. Sorry, it started raining, and I was just making sure I didn't leave anything outside. There's this click counter item. You've clicked more than 20. Wow, that's a lot of times. That's a lot of clicks. Hey guys, I'm going to give you some input on my OBS setup. What color do you want your names to show up? Right now they're purple. What color do you want? Oh, you got thunderstorms as well? Blades wants red. Can't imagine why. Red and lime green. Let's see, can we do some sort of... If someone were a mod, I could give you a different color. But I don't know how to do that, to be honest. I might change it up from stream to stream. Let's try this. And of course I'm doing this live on stream because I didn't do it before, and that's just how it goes. But I do have a special plan for tonight. Gonna do something a little bit different. It's red for everyone who is a normal chatter. Moderators and sponsors would have different colors. And you're saying the text is cropped off a little bit? I think it's over... Oh, you're right, it is. There we go. All right. Well, I owe George, i.e. Minimap Gaming, a video, and we're going to do that tonight. So, You know, let me pull that up real quick. You said, now you're wondering if you want your color or red. Yeah, mod needs to be lime green. Yeah, when I get mods, I'll make them lime green. Definitely donating is gold. Give me the gold. And give Blaze and Code some gold too. Alright. I'm going to do one of my 20-minute gameplays, and you guys are going to be part of it. All right, bear with me here. Get some settings put together. Let me know about the game audio. I'm gonna do basically no music because I don't want them to mute my video, but I do want you to be able to hear sounds. Which right now they're at 100%. Tonight is a Let's Play, but I need to fix the way OBS is capturing this. Yeah, you're right. It's coming in kind of weird. OBS, oh, there we go. I literally changed nothing. It just freaked out for a minute. Look at that. The selection is way off the cursor. 3,000 clicks, Blaze. And it's coming in tiny again, of course. All right, does that appear full screen to you? Good job, Blaze. All right, here we go. We're going to do a let's play here of Imperial. We're going to do a new profile. All I've done so far is test this out to make sure that the graphics work, which it's a good thing I did test out because I needed to do a driver update. New game.
Dearest Morris, my beloved grandson, your father is a man of great appetites. He has never had much taste for responsibility, however, and so this burden must fall to you. Among my belongings that soon shall be rightfully yours, you will find clues to that destination of utmost importance. May they also serve as proof that I have spoken only the truth, however implausible my recollections may have seemed at times. Though I failed to reunite them, my promise to him shall not die with me if you will honor this request.
I'll fix the volume here in just a second.
I bear a great guilt for placing such an obligation upon you, but I can think of no other way. You need not concern yourself with first searching for the divine spark. Once you have opened the monolith, they will come. Of this I was assured. The final secrets of existence and non-existence transfix mankind with monstrous eyes. May the God of heaven inspire your heart with peculiar determination, come the day that you must face the truth of our world. With my eternal love and affection, your grandfather.
What do you want to do about Morris and his expedition?
Let him rot. He's cost me enough already.
Apparently, the Crown has sent an auditor. What if they find something? Surely we could spare a single mercenary.
I doubt even the most avaricious of them would accept this suicide mission.
Yeah, pretty good look.
Travels fast.
Yeah, the art looks nice.
The fall from grace of Edmund Rain is already legend.
Actually, sir, someone already volunteered. They were strangely insistent, in fact.
Who?
So, yeah, you know, initial thoughts. Obviously, that's just the cinematic intro. And yeah, I can, let me do a cam here. Initial thoughts. Obviously, I do think the art is looking good. I think there's potential for some good story here. Oh, there we go. Big webcam. Let's shrink that down. I would caution on the side of the intro being a little on the long side, a little on the slow side. But if that's the kind of game we're working with, then that might be fine. We'll find out how fitting it is as we get into it. Let's flip it this way so it looks like I'm looking at it. And yeah. All right, let's make a character here. Body. I'm going to go with that because it's more tan than I am in real life. I could use more tan, so that's already a compliment. And yeah, intro sets the pace for you in games, which is important. If this game is about that vibe and the story and atmosphere, if it's atmospheric, then that does matter. Wow, look at, seriously? And honestly, I have no idea really what to expect. This game's been out a month already. I have no idea what to expect in terms of who my character really is or might be, so I don't even know like remotely what to pick. So I'm just gonna kind of wing it. Yeah, let's not go with that second choice. That'd be bad. All right. Lots of options here, but I will just go with what they have in front of me here. Shrink chat a little. Yeah, we can shrink chat. All right, so here's what we have. What 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 character backgrounds. Now, my understanding is that there are really 3 weapon sets. One is going to be a mace and shield, which is the most used weapon set. Then there's this cannon, if that's even what's formally called, and then a glaive. So I'm going to try this Charming Prankster because it's kind of funny. And I am noticing a small bug here, not game breaking, but down here on that white card, you see that the character title, in this case, is called Excitable Tattletale. That's the big text. And then there's a paragraph which has smaller font. But if I get switch and go back to it, if I go to a different one, the positions swap. So now the Charming Prankster title is down below, and now the paragraph is scrolling. So I'm not sure if that's intentional or not. Cannon would be your choice. You like big, powerful, but slow weapons. Yeah, we might have to try out a couple of them, you know, to see how they look. And I'm just going to go through, and now we get an ability. So spike, summon a spike from the ground that impales enemies. Hold down to unleash its full power. Force punch. No, that's a good style. And then force punch, deal disrupt damage to all surrounding enemies. Gain a barrier that scales off the number of enemies hit. If this ability destroys an enemy barrier, then they will be automatically stunned. And then invigorating smash. So force punch and smash. This is kind of Hulk-like, isn't it? Smash the ground with terrible force, damaging enemies while restoring your shields and temporarily increasing weapon power and vigor. Hold it to gain additional buffs based on the imbuement of your equipped focus. I'm going to go with that one because there are rumors that this is a little bit Souls-like, and if that's the case, I'm probably going to suck at it. So that sounds a little bit defensive. And let's start. All right, here we are. It looks like the sound might be a little quiet. Are y'all picking up any audio from your end within the game?
Ah, I see the rumors were true. That the relief effort so desperately hoped for was finally on its way. That would be you, I presume. Ah, I haven't had the honor. Oh, goodness no. Hanwyn Dryden at your disposal. I am an emissary of His Grace. Oh, a glorified accountant for the most part. In any case, as a more recent arrival myself, I don't think I will be of as much use to you as your fellow company employees. Have you spoken to Mr. Lavelle or Commander Rain yet?
No, I'm on my way there now.
Very best of luck.
Thank you. Polite fellow. I cannot draw my weapons yet. This is the part of the game where I just completely ignore what I probably should be doing, and I just look at random stuff. There's a person up here, though. Lynette Radcliffe.
Oh, hello. I
Sounds
heard
like an
someone
author.
important had arrived.
Who are you?
Well, aren't you straightforward? I'm Lynette, here by invitation. I'm just a civilian after all. An archaeologist, actually, as you can probably tell. Although this is certainly not where I'd choose to be excavating. You look armed to the teeth. Fancy clearing out a few rooms for me inside so I can go and take a look?
Yeah, you've got to wander around. You got to test the boundaries. It's definitely safer here, safer for you here, or I'll get right on that. ... Let's see. What I'm a kind of a witty character, I think, so I'm gonna do the more sarcastic response.
You'd still have Edmund to contend with, though. He simply won't take any more risks after what happened.
All right. And if I talk to her again, is it the same conversation?
Don't take this the wrong way,
Oh, no.
but it's pretty obvious that you haven't been inside yet. I'll be curious to hear your impressions after you've had a peek.
Multiplayer or single player? I should know this. It doesn't have the multiplayer tag. It might be single player only. Okay, that's the same place. All right, so this is the overlook. We've got force field walls. Basically artificial barriers, but at least you can see them. In some games, it's just literally an invisible wall. I'm glad they didn't do that. All right, now we're in a combatable zone, it looks like. Combat training console. Let's pick a strong enemy. All right, so yeah, you prefer it more than invisible walls. Definitely. Click to attack with the Mason Shield. Hold it to charge. A quick charge can be performed by tapping while blocking. All right. Nice. So if you block at the exact right moment, you can then do that. You can, what's it called? Repost. Oh, I missed. So it seems like the timing does matter. Parry. You know what's interesting is for the most part, I'm trying to formulate my own opinions here, but I did read a few reviews as I was going over the Steam page. Some people complained that the combat was awkward. But based on that one encounter, which albeit is only one encounter in a training environment, it didn't seem awkward. I'm wondering if they're just not used to timed combat, where it reminds me of that Chivalry game. Don't know if y'all ever played that. It's very physics-based, kind of realistic physics. By the way, if I tap T, it'll show me my objective. All right, let's talk to this guy. Edmund Rain?
Ah, there you are. I had heard the report that we were to expect a new arrival. I can't imagine what possessed you to agree to this mission.
And you are...
Why don't we discard the pleasantries, hmm? I don't know who you are, nor do I care.
Polite fellow. Are you always this welcoming?
Are you always this tiresome?
He doesn't need to show respect. I'm nobody, really. But I am here on behalf
They have a funny way
of
of
Mr.
showing
Duquesne.
concern, but you can bother Morris with the details. It's a shame that you arrived at such a late hour. If you'd gotten here earlier, you might have caught him sober.
Iron Man wannabe. Yeah. Why does he have an arc reactor in his chest? It's 10 a.m. It's 10 a.m., dude.
Exactly.
Fine, I'll check myself. Tell me where I can find the ruins of your so-called lost civilization.
Ruins? Oh, I see. Take the path past the blacksmith between the pillars. What's the matter? Need me to hold your hand?
Now, listen here, wanker.
Away with you. I don't suppose we shall meet again.
What if I talk to him again? Will it piss him off? Oh, he's pretending not to notice me. Alright, that's going to be like that. Where's the ziggurat again?
Follow the bushes around until you get to the bridge. If you need help past there, then I'd seek out an optician.
Does he know a good optician? Still pretending not to notice me.
Follow the bushes.
Alright. Let's follow the little blue line. There are more NPCs here I could talk to, but let's get on with it. It's like that, huh? Oh, that's a pretty big thing. You know, it's a little bit shaky when I move the mouse. I wonder if there's a smooth setting for that. Maybe not. That's all right. All right, let's sprint across this bridge. I feel like we're getting nowhere. This is a long bridge. I'm getting tired in real life from watching this. I'm tired in real life. That's a long bridge. Can we swim? I don't think we can swim. We're in trouble, y'all. That was brutal. No swimming. Am I getting frame drops? Oh yeah, it looks like the stream is worse than the gameplay. I'm also simultaneously recording. Hopefully the recording is a little bit smoother. But I promise you the game is not that laggy. That's probably just my bandwidth. Sorry about that. Alright, we're going to get across this bridge. It is very long. Yeah, it was just insta-death. Like, I don't know, maybe we can blame it on what seems to be an electronic shield and mace? Maybe it zapped me? There's got to be a lore reason for it, right? Am I getting closer? There we go. Wow. All right. Looks like we're in the game now. These things don't look interactable. Here's the thing. Looks like the thing we just destroyed earlier. That's a good style. I gotta give him that. It's a little hard to exactly like put a name on the style. It's like a combination of styles. I don't know why people are complaining about that. If I timed the block correctly, I do the parry. That didn't feel clunky. I'll see how it goes, you know, but I don't know what the fuss is about. All right, can I get up over this? Yeah, you can climb. All right, here we go. Empowered Sphere of Henosis. I missed that one, but my bubble blocked it. Got that one. Alright, so I'm picking up all these orbs. There's a black box. It's a treasure. Let's take a look at the inventory. We've got a shield generator, which is unidentified. So identifying items is a thing in this game. You'll need the help of a craftsman to reveal its properties. Then there are cartograms. Don't know what those are, and I don't have any. Do have some consumables, though. This so far is like the game Too Human. It reminds you of that game in style and combat. Yeah, I could see that. Evasion. Increase the effectiveness of all evasive maneuvers for a short period. Look at the way that's spelled. Maneuvers. I wonder what language that came from. Shield Restore 3. Immediately restores a large amount of shields. Okay. And treasures. These are what I just picked up, or at least I think I did. It's a crafting component for an ability, but can also be sold for a handsome sum or used to upgrade the strongest equipment. Can be sold. Crafting component, but can be sold. All right. Yeah, let's go talk to Deckard Cain. Where's that go? Oh. No Cain right now. Abilities are unique attacks that can be assigned to 1, 2, 3, and 4. Visit the blacksmith, obviously Griswold, to craft more abilities. You can only change your equipped abilities at an armory, but you can view what an equipped ability does by opening your character sheet. Okay. Okay, so there's that. And then, oh, here's the punch thing. Oh, that didn't block it. All right. Piece of cake. I was seeing if I could climb this statue. Nope. Don't think I can. I can touch this water, though. Let it be known. You can survive 2 inches of water. Alright, use the portal. Ooh. That's dramatic. Alright, so we're back in town. Yes, let's see where they want us to go and talk to. The grumpy guy.
I'll be damned. I might have to remember your name now. I bet you're eager to recount us all with tales of your glory and triumph.
I might even buy the first round.
Spare me. Is that really the best equipment the Mercenary Corps is offering these days?
It's kept me alive
It
so
won't for
far.
much longer. At the very least, you could arm yourself with a full set of abilities. John can assist you with that. Take this and pay him a visit.
We'll do
Once you're a
thanks.
little more prepared, speak to Dr. Thornton for your next assignment.
Assignment? I'm not one of your underlings. Of course, he's giving me the silent treatment. That Tony Stark. Alright, here's the blacksmith. John Kent. We're going to be best friends by the end of the game.
How do?
Ah, you must be the scrap man?
Scrap man? The bloody cheek.
Isn't this the
This
junkyard?
is the workshop. I'm the smithy, John Kent.
Wait, this is the workshop.
And what's that supposed to mean? Aye, you won't find a better forge in all the known worlds. Now then, shall we get started?
Edmund told me I could come here, or come get more abilities
Aye,
here.
aye. Got standard company ordnance, and cooked up a few ideas of my own and all. The more exotic ones will need extra materials, though. Have a look.
Alright, let's look at the workshop. So, we could identify this for 34 currency. Alright, so this is our cane. We have found our Deckard cane. Alright, polished iridium shield generator. Shields, fire resist, disrupt resist. Let's equip it. So it looks like you can pay for these other abilities. We'll come back to that. Managing your loadout and inventory. The Expedition Armory is now available for use. Use it to equip gear and abilities. You have to identify equipment. We know that. You can't change your loadout when you're inside the ziggurat. So make sure you're prepared before heading inside. All right. So it sounds like a lot of the activity is going to be in the ziggurat. Automation parts. Rummage around witlessly, of course. Nothing stands out. All right. Armory. Manage loadout. Again. Okay, so when I put on that green item, it replaced this white one that I was wearing. So this is where we can do that. And And the other weapons are here too. So there's the cannon. That's what that's what Code would use. Should we take this into the where's that area that I was fighting in? Back here. Let's test this out real quick. And look how big it is. It's literally taller than this guy. Where was it? Up. Oh, am I going the right way? These are bathrooms. Where am I? Okay, I need to go back down a little bit. There we go. So it's sort of a high spread machine gun. The alternate click does this sort of spin backwards. Ooh. Okay, so actually I think I was wrong. It looks like there are 3 different firing modes on that. And I think I just spent all the ammo for one of them. The cannon, which I just said, 3 ammo types. Hold it to fire a steady stream of tracer bullets. While aiming, switch ammo types by reloading with R. Then hit the mouse button or R. You can enter aim mode by firing or using the middle mouse. Once loaded, tap, and then you'll fire shotgun shells or sniper rounds. Limited capacity, but recharge over time. Okay. Oof. All right, so that's the reload. It's pretty cool. Oh, that's cool. They put a little side channel here. Little things like that make the world seem just a little more real. Just kind of connects through in a way that isn't 100% necessary. It just is. All right, what do we need to do now? Talk to this person, Maria Thornton. Edmund told me to speak with you.
Uh-huh. I've been expecting you. Here, this is for you.
What is it? Receive a cartogram.
A cartogram. You'll need it if you plan to explore more of the ziggurat. If you find other cartograms while inside, be sure to bring them to me first, and I'll correctly identify them for you. Quantum entanglement. It's why I was invited to join the expedition in the first place. How Mr. Lavelle knew my expertise would be so relevant is a secret I haven't yet been able to pry from him. The process of identification involves determining and classifying the relevant quantum information so that it can then be transferred to a specific location. In this case, the quantum information in question would include you. I'm sure that sounds terrifying, but it saves you the long walk over the bridge, so at least there's that. Besides, I always try and pick someplace relatively safe inside.
Relatively?
I do my best. The ziggurat is incredibly enormous, even bigger than it seems from the outside. I understand you've been inside already, but that's just the entry hall. Beyond that are the 4 quadrants.
4 quadrants. I did wonder what was deeper in. I got teleported back here, though.
Indeed. In time, I hope you might explore all of them, although that is a long way off. Some are far more dangerous than others. The prevailing theory is that the clues to accessing the very center must be somewhere in those quadrants. And I suppose reaching the center is the ultimate goal of this expedition.
Can't you give me access to all the quadrants?
No. And I wouldn't even if I could.
Oh.
Mr. Lavelle and Edmund are in charge here. We must follow the protocol to ensure no further casualties are sustained.
Too much
You'll
talking.
have to make do with the one I gave you for now.
Too much talking from me or too much talking in the game? Mass Effect all over again. Too much in the game. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of setup. So and again, this is all within the first 20, which I think I've very likely already hit. So if I were to pause the game now, that's 20 minutes. Granted, I do waste time. So if I were going to be generous with them, because if I'm wasting time, I'm probably enjoying it. Then I would say, yeah, I'd keep playing at this point. I think they would pass my 20-minute test. But I would expect the story to be pretty well written because it seems to be foundational, like they're really doubling down on it. Because they're front-loading so much of this with dialogue. That would be my expectation, so I would hope that the story's good as it moves forward. That lizard is adorable. It looks wise. Browse Isolda's wares. Is the lizard Isolda? There's a port, a rich and decadent fortified wine from a fine vintage. Shield, restore, and barrier. Wait, what was that other thing? There's an upgraded glaive. Oh, some upgraded weapons here. I think we already have... No, I think our cannon's level 4. Oh yeah, it's level 4. So why not? Let's buy that one. And then do I have to... Looks like I can't... Oh, I need to go identify that. So let's identify it. Because I'm not as good with the cannon, I don't think, as I am with the shield and mace. So I'm going to want that to be upgraded as best I can.
Need out?
And then equip. No, not this. It's interesting. So it's a polished carbide cannon. All right. Now build up story and then fight, then repeat. That's your take so far. And Blaze is back. Yeah, let's go back out into the ziggurat. I think that's the next step here. Man and Church, the first quadrant. A device combining the teleportation technology found throughout the ziggurat. It will drop you at a precise location within the first quadrant. That's good. It's so dramatic going through that portal. All right. And I don't remember how to switch. Oh, I know. Oh, middle mouse. Middle mouse is just putting it away, though. Upon reload, right. Oh, yeah, you're right. So you have to time it. It's like a little mini game. So, is this the sniper version then? I'm guessing so. That's the shotgun. All right. Good call. Oop, I almost killed myself. This place is all kind of like floaty and breaky aparty. Oop. If it looks like I'm sucking, it's because I am. I was pushing the wrong button. A bismuth deposit. Treasure. Nice. Alright, it's a room. I'm gonna be surrounded here. Oh, let's just pause combat and have a conversation. Oh, wait, is combat paused? No, it's not paused. What is happening? I don't know if it's paused. He didn't hit me yet. Oh, I am not safe. Okay. No. Let me out. Ah, all right. Let's try this again. That was horrible. I haven't quite figured the cannon out. I was all right with the mason shield. I'm gonna figure out this cannon. When I'm trying to reload and change. Okay, resetting a checkpoint after dying costs a reset charge. Cartograms have a limited number of reset charges. If you die when you have none remaining, you go back to the hub. Okay, good to know. What I was saying was in the middle of combat, changing the fire mode, I wasn't quite figuring that out. So I wasn't sure if that was a limitation or if I was just doing it wrong. Here's a mineral deposit. Skarn treasure. Michael Skarn. Swap back to the other gear. I might end up needing to. Did the other dude kill himself? Ah, almost fell. I think he threw himself off because there's no corpse. Well, actually, this one disappeared too, so I don't know. I think he jumped off. There's something glowy up here. Let's check that out. Spiderweb, nice. A lizard. A golden lizard scale treasure. Easy cheese. Yeah, that is an easy cheese. That is hilarious. All right, let's reload before we get too far here. I guess I'll keep the machine gun handy in case something pops up close. I'm guessing that's a checkpoint. Okay, here we go. And since they're over there, I'm gonna use the sniper. Or it's more of a rifle. I don't know if I can snipe. Load. One down. Reload. What is this? Ah, I missed. All right, not too bad, not too bad. The perfect reload that upgrades your gun is nice, yeah. Okay, run around here. More lizard scales. And here's a plant, fern patch. You can never have too much fern. Treasure box. What do we have? Sphere of, I don't even know how to pronounce, and a shield restore 1. Mineral deposit. Clearly, this is a bit of a long haul game. But again, going back to how much is it showing me in the first 20 minutes? Quite a lot. Definitely gives you 2 human vibes. For sure. For sure. Active God Chamber. Alright. Tantalizing power emanates from this ancient device. If only there was a way to harness it for practical use. If only. Oh, bad guy. Bad guy down. Reload. What was outside there? So outside is, it appears to just be more of like floaty, broken, like gravity, like zero gravity. But I guess we saw that on the way in. Another little treasure ball. Bad guys. Huh. Oop. Okay, I'm not sure how he did that. I'm gonna have to just try to shoot him off. He disappeared and then he beamed me with something. And another treasure ball. Empty void / abyss. Yeah, exactly. That's what it looks like. You're sad they canceled the 2 Human trilogy after the first game. Liked it. Yeah, why did they cancel that one? Some guano. You can also never have too much guano. Okay, how do I use a consumable? Let's... There we go. Shield restore. So the little blue health bar is shield. Whoa. And I didn't heal up a minute too soon. A minute too, yeah, a minute too soon. Because I got ambushed. Yeah, co-op would be really awesome on this one. Why can't I get whatever this is? Alright, 3 down. But I cannot pick up loot anymore. Okay, there we go. I think it's just a little bit glitchy, I think, but I got it. I thought it might be full inventory, but definitely isn't full. Something to do with the way I was pointing at it. Whoa, what the heck? Yeah, he kind of like zoomed around the wall and went through me. That was pretty overpowered. Some more fern. Actually, yeah, more fern, and here's the god ray, whatever that is. So it needs something to power it. What is this stuff? All right, well. Do I have something with me that would power it? Oh, here's some more stuff over here. Reset charge, sphere. So there's actually 2 of these. And I see another couple of loot items out there. How do I get over there? So you cannot scale the walls. Uh-oh, we got some baddies. One down. Let's do the shotgun. Two down. That should be it. Got some nice leggings. Yeah, the reload swap is different. I haven't seen that exactly. Took a second to figure out, but once I figured it out, it's not too bad. Teleporter. Okay, I'm trying to push E, but it's not... Oh, you have to hold it. What does this do? Checkpoint activated. Nice. All right. I still have half health. Let me... I'm going to use another consumable. Oh, that's a shield over time. How much is that going to give me? So, and I think these on the bottom, let me actually, so if I hide my big fat face on the bottom left, you can actually see part of the UI. There are ability slots. I think they're actually consumable slots. So that is a thing which has not been visible to you this whole time. Sure looks like a boss fight to me. Sure looks like a boss to me. Oh boy. I didn't even put on my leggings. Shotgun! Shotgun! The shotgun seems to be really high damage, so... And the right-click mechanic to back up is pretty dope here. He's down. I'm running really low on most ammo. Ah. Oof. I felt that one. Come on, hurry up. Doing too well. High damage with perfect reload upgrade. It does so much. It really does. Boom. Boss down. What did he drop? Level 8 cannon. Shield. Okay, so it looks like, again, yeah, I find different upgrades to the same types of weapons, which is what I expected when I came into here. So again, so far it's the cannon, sword and board, and the glaive. I hear the glaive is really fun too. Yeah, not a bad boss fight. Obviously, like, I think learning the mechanics, my own mechanics, plus the bosses itself, was the hard part, but having learned them, I would say it's easy. It's pretty easy. The weapon does feel impactful, I'll give it that. Gift an item to the Ether. Are you sure you want to make a gift? Warning, this will remove an unidentified equipment item. No. What do I have? Because I don't want to lose a good item. How do I make a town portal? Do I risk it? Do I risk losing one of these things and not knowing which one? I don't even know what it does, but it's here. Let's gamble. Alright, it took the blue something. The blue apparel. Alright, I can live with that. Not sure what it did. Curious. Talking to the guy who gives us the silent treatment.
What is it now?
Oh, just checking in.
In the mess hall. Did you not think to check there yourself?
I did not.
I suppose you'll be on your way then. Here, to help you get started.
Do you just hand money out to everyone? Receive 2,500 silver. Yeah.
Oh,
the dialogue's pretty witty.
You want more? Let's see. Oh, yes. This will do nicely here. For you.
Receive unidentified cartogram. What's so funny?
Nothing at all.
I'm skeptical. Highly skeptical. Where's the mess hall?
I'm glad to see you safe. It's quite incredible in there, isn't it?
A little sus. It's magnificent.
Isn't just. The level of engineering on display is extraordinary. Rival, sorry if I got a little carried away. Were you looking for more
Edmund gave me
cartographs? How
another.
unusually amicable of him. Let's see. Oh my god! This cartogram is much too dangerous to attempt right now. He's trying to get you killed.
There it is. I'm sure
I
it'll be
suggest
fine.
you talk to Mr. Lavelle immediately. I doubt he'll be pleased to learn Edmund tried to get our only relief killed within moments of their arrival.
So, can I have that cartogram anyway?
Absolutely not.
Aw.
Ugh, Edmund, of all people, should know.
Dang it.
Ah, yes. Edmund told me we had a guest in our midst. Forgive me, but I cannot recall your name.
That's alright, we've never met.
No. Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Never mind then. So what are your intentions here exactly? I was hoping you would say that. I'm not too proud to admit this has been a greater trial. You may encounter some resentment among my employees, but we must make the best of what we have. I encourage you to talk to them all.
Maria suggested I talk to you about the cartogram.
Indeed, I have half a dozen messages from her already. You're not in my direct employ, and as such, you can do as you please. Take this instead. Even Dr. Thornton must agree it's surely not outside your capabilities.
Is it going to be edited down? I'll probably edit out a few of my uhs and ums and that kind of thing. But I'll probably do a disclaimer at the start. And so it might end up being 30 minutes of gameplay, but in a 20-minute video. Something like that. I would give this one a good, what do I want to say? Since it passes my 20-minute test, which isn't much of a test, I would say I feel confident giving it a nice solid, 30 minutes. But the important thing is to show what it provides in those 20 minutes. But I know that I tend to play slower than other people just because I'm a pretty casual gamer. So, for example, getting through the first combat, you could just as easily rush and go do it, whereas I did not rush. But yeah, I think it's looking pretty good. So, I mean, I would really cut this off here. So what do we have? Let's go ahead and do our upgrades. I need to go... Where's the thing? Down here. So let's go ahead and upgrade any inventory stuff that we have. So we need to identify it with John. Access the workshop and push F to identify all. Say yes. So we got the purple polished carbide mason shield, the green cannon, blue pants, etc., etc. Yeah, you take your time as well. Might as well if it's a nice game. Just enjoy it. Obviously, once you get into it, you can speed things up a lot as needed. Manage loadouts. All right, let's fix our Riz here. That's what the kids are saying these days, right? So level 7. We're currently using the cannon. Okay, weapon. So click on the weapon and the choices pop up. So yeah, I'm going to go with the purple set of weapons here because it's the highest. I'm assuming purple's best. Weapon power 143. So one thing that's interesting here, and I haven't touched on this yet, but I think that your character level is actually more of a gear score in this game. So I don't think that you level up your player character so much as you just gear up. So that's going to be important. I think that weapon power probably has something to do with it. Let me see what a piece of... I don't know which stat it is exactly, but it is a bit of a gear score. Kind of like Destiny, I think. That might be one of the influences there. So I'm just going to click through and pick the highest level items for each slot. Doesn't look like I could see outside of that helmet. Torso, arms. We got some new arms. Looks like mummy wraps. And trousers. All right, that's way better because now we're going from the kitchen towel to actual pants. All right. Then let's see, stat details. Weapon power increases damage dealt. Oh, I see. You can hover over them. Shields represents total hit points. When reduced to 0, you die. Defense reduces damage taken from physical attacks. And that's important because if there are attacks that are not physical, then I wonder if defense does not help. Stability reduces the likelihood of flinching when struck. Agility increases effectiveness of evasive maneuvers and counters. Fortitude reduces stun buildup and reduces how much defense and resistances are lost when stunned. Impact increases the likelihood of flinching enemies when attacking. So impact is the inverse of stability. And then steadfast allows you to resist a killing blow when you have a certain amount of shields remaining. That's interesting. And then lethality increases the likelihood that attacks will be crits. Yeah, I'm sure those arms will protect us. I mean, it's covering so much of our arm. I mean, the wrist, the knuckle. What more could you ask for? View secondary stats. Look at all these stats. Cryo attack. Okay, I'm not going to read all these, but I'll hover over them. Yeah, these are the resistances. I guess that would be non-physical. And then there was one more here. Bonus barrier. What is that? Oh, okay. Strength of barriers. Shield gong. Regained this shield gong. All right. Well, that is the game. That's more than 20 minutes, but I'd say probably 20 minutes would have been all the way through that first combat encounter. And we've shown off 2 of the 3 weapon sets. Pretty cool. So my pluses to the game would be the art style. I do think the combat is good. Some people don't like it, and that's fine. I liked it, including 2 of the 3 weapons. I didn't try the glaive yet. Then the writing was good. I thought it was funny, but not over the top funny. My hope for the story is that it does tie together, because it's probably a long story that could go any direction. And areas for improvement, I would say probably get the player into the first combat a little more quickly, because this isn't BG3. They might not be as dedicated and willing to be that patient. And that's the player's fault, but as a game dev, I would be cognizant of that. And so, I mean, again, that's not really a bad. That's like a gray area, right? But that would be a pointer I would offer up. What else? I mean, honestly, not a whole lot to fix, I don't think. Maybe just that bridge. Getting to the ziggurat the first time is incredibly far away, but it doesn't seem like it needs to be. I just thought that was comically long, that bridge. So far, that's really it. A couple of minor bugs, nothing game breaking. Have it so you fight your way to this place at the start. Yeah, I mean, that would make it more impactful, and it would be a bit of... That's actually a good point. You have the training grounds back here in that hill, which is great, but I discovered that by pure accident. I would not have known that existed, and I would have gone straight into the ziggurat without practicing at all. But if they put some training enemies along that bridge, that would have been fixed. That could have been like your streamlined tutorial without being too tutorial-esque. And from the camp to the ziggurat, you would have knocked out the training. I think that would have been a great approach. So yeah, I'm going to end the gameplay here. I'm nervous because I don't see a save button. Quit to main menu. Imperial. All right, I'm going to go get some water, then I'll be back. And I am back. Oh, look at this game. What do we have here? So did you redo your font? Okay. Cool, so placeable checkpoint. Nice, so that probably gives you more options then. Trap kill count. So it's a little bit risky then if you want to pick up your checkpoint and then try to move it forward, because then if you die holding it, you go back to the start, right? Yeah, risk reward. I think that balances out, and I think it's hilarious having the trap kill count now. I love that. I'm so bad at this jump too. That was just my fault. Was it? Yeah, well, your traps had me stuck on basically repeat, so is it tap jump, not hold? Oh, you're right. And I placed that checkpoint not a minute too soon. Huh, well, I cannot duck under that. Not down there. Okay, I can. Oops. My bad. That's almost a little deceptive. But in a good way, because it doesn't kill me. Yeah, I'd say the checkpoint is good and balanced, because like I'm terrified about moving it, because again, if you fail with it, it's back to the beginning. So I'm not going to carry it all the time. I'm going to take it right past the worst areas. Oh man. If it hits a trap, it despawns. Oh man, that's just me sucking. Even the laser well, that's brutal. There's a nice trap down there. Wow, Corey. I'm good at finding like all the ways to die. Like in very creative ways that shouldn't even be problems for the player. The lasers look a lot better. Oh, wall trap. You were thinking of not having a clone count, just let you keep playing. Yeah, is that the version that I'm playing right now? Is that there is no clone count? Level end. Boom. I think so. Yeah, because I know that was like kind of a building block. It was a. I know it was sort of a hook for your game. So I don't like to dog on it, but I sure do enjoy the fast pace of just get up and go every time I die. This was fun. This felt good. But not in a way that sacrificed difficulty. Because I think your core mechanic is the, you know, the no coyote time, you know, some of the pixel perfect, you know, one pixel over and you die, kind of danger, all that sort of stuff. And of course the level designs. I think those are all pretty solid. So I think that they stand on their own pretty well. And then the checkpoint thing is a nice addition as well. Because it's like the further in I get, the more terrified I am of picking up that flag and moving it. Which in theory it makes for a really fun game for streaming. Because you get so many laughable moments. Yeah, the lives added a way to end the run. Very nice, dude. Oh, yep. It comes back. Yeah, that could easily be a lock yourself out of your own game. In a way that would not be fun. Nice. Well, think that's going to be it then. Played 2 games tonight, which was my my way of getting out of having to build my own game. So, anytime. All right, I guess I'm going to call it. So, Code, thanks for hanging out and chat, and thanks for letting me test the game. And I hope everyone has a great night and a great weekend coming up. So, till next time, whatever it is you're working on, I hope you have fewer bugs than I do. Night, Rayleigh Parker. And catch you later.